सेटिंग क्यों नहीं होता एक बार में बालों का? Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. It's been so long since I said this. It's been what, 2 years now. I'm so sorry that I've been MIA on my channel, and the last time I did shoot videos it was for book vlogs, book videos, something. But a lot has happened since then. I graduated, and since I had like a lot of free time on my hand, so I thought might as well share some really exciting news with you guys, which is drum rolls. I'm moving to UK. So I am well aware of the situations before you say anything. I'm well aware of it. And I've given it a lot of thought before actually jumping into it. So let's keep that energy away from us. Now, for the main purpose of the video, I've decided to change the genre of my videos from books, something, to more lifestyle and UK centric vlogs coming up. So you're gonna see a lot of me and a lot of my personal life, and I'm hoping that I maintain the consistency this time because I'm a big chatterbox on it, so I gotta stick to my words. So yeah. And fun fact, I did shoot this whole video already, but the main big L that I took for myself was that I used the word basically a lot of times, and that just like I could not. So I'm shooting this again. So I hope you guys enjoy my mehnat on this. Now, let's talk about what I'm gonna say in this video. So now, coming to the main thing of the video, I've divided this video into 6 parts, and I'm gonna talk about like the whole process that I went through from the past 1 year up till getting my visa. Where is it? Oh yeah, got my visa. So I'm gonna talk about all of this, and it's gonna be very like in bits and pieces of information because I feel that going through every one particular part will take up a lot of time if I go into detail. So I feel that another video would be better for it. So yeah, but I wanted to take you guys through all the hectic process, all the anticipation, the anxiety that I went through. So yeah, you're gonna enjoy it. And I'll try not to make it very boring, but it's gonna be chatty. So, anyways, you have to like listen thoda sa. But I hope you guys enjoy listening to it. And yeah, let's start the video. So, starting with the part one, I've like wrote it down because I cannot remember everything. So, let's start with why UK and how I got through my university selection. So this all dates back to 1 year precisely. So in the month of August itself, last year, I decided that I wanted to do masters in marketing. And since there was like not a lot of options present in India, mostly they were like of MBA, and I did not want to do that. So I decided to look out for like abroad universities. So for my very own personal reasons and because I don't like the vibe, I had cancelled out Australia and Canada. No hate to them, I just don't like it. But so yeah, I was remaining with US, UK, and Europe. So the thing was that I actually went up with a counseling agency, and they helped me out through all of the process, and it was like a great help because I'm so dumb at so many things. I realized later on. Uh, yeah. So now the thing was with US, the main problem was that I had like 15 years of education in hand, and they require 16 years of education mostly for all the master courses. So either I had like to wait 1 year and go for it. Then it was like obviously a no for me because I did not want to wait a year for this. So obviously we cancelled out US, and there was remaining UK and Europe. Now for both of these places, I've actually been to these places beforehand, and I went through all their cultures, and I saw like in practical world like how the people live there and what is the environment there and everything. So I realized that for Europe you need to have like an international language that like you're fluent in, because there's a lot of communication barrier that comes in between. So and then I realized that also like the hospitality and the fashion management courses were much like expanded in opportunities in Europe. So, and UK had like a lot of pretty good universities. So I was like, okay, UK seems like a nice only option. So why not? So yeah. Now, the main part comes of ki why, like, how did I ended up like going to UK and everything. So like I love the modules there, and there's this Russell Group universities. So basically, there are a bunch of universities who are really excelled in research-based courses, and they come in like very reputed university list kind of thing. So I liked it, and I did not like think so much over it because nahi to fir, oh, I will eat off my brains itself. So yeah. Now the part comes of university selection. So even though UK is not that big, but universities बहुत सारी हैं, and it took me like a whole month to decide which university I want to go to. So after going like through all of my courses present there, so marketing ka there was like so many courses out there, and the thing is marketing is an umbrella term, and a lot of courses come under it. So there were like research insights into marketing, strategic marketing and consulting. There was brand management and marketing, marketing and communications. So काफ़ी time लग गया to figure it out, like which subject and which core area I really want to focus on. So I ended up with MSc marketing, which was nice for me. So yeah, after all of this, I went through all of this criterias and like obviously the modules that they provide and what are the requirements that they need from me. All of these like took a lot of research. So basically, I hate myself by saying basically. So I made this Excel sheet for myself, and I put down the universities that really intrigued me, and then I like noted down like all the requirements and everything and compared all of them according to the rankings, the modules and everything. So I sorted out 5 universities for me. I did not go into like filling out 10 universities or something. So 5 were enough. So out of these 5, I took 2 priority ones, 2 the ones which were like my second choices, and the last was a safety net. And I figured this technique out from YouTube itself. So yeah. Now for the priority universities, I had University of Birmingham, University of Manchester. Then for the second choices, I had University of Nottingham and University of Sheffield. And the last was Aston University in Birmingham. So these were the universities that I selected. Now, wait, let me check if I'm not missing out anything on this. So yeah, basically, oh, so yeah, all of this happened, and I finalized these 5 universities with my counseling agency, and we went with the process ahead of it. So now the thing is that when you apply to universities, you have to pay like an application fee which is non-refundable. So it took like what, £60 for each application. So we got that sorted out, and that was done with university selection. Now let's come to the part 2 of the video, preparation. So it's not that easy that people say ki हाँ you can go to abroad and study. No, it's not. Because for my course, and I feel that for majority of the courses, you need to have like certain set of things that you need to provide to the university for them to qualify you as a candidate worthy for them. So I had to fill out a resume, CV, cover letter, SOP, which is statement of purpose as to why I should be selected, and like what unique do I bring and contribute to the university if I do get selected. Then there was essays also in some cases. There was IELTS exam. So basically this was an English requirement which they needed. And in some cases they even require GRE or GMAT exams. But in my course this was not present. So I guess I was lucky in that. Yeah. So in IELTS exam, there were like 9 bands of 9 bands that they provide you with, and you have to like reach a certain band level for them to qualify. So for University of Birmingham especially, and for Manchester, for both of these priority universities, they had a band of 7 or 7.5 something. So I think that I started preparing all of these documents and all of these resume, SOP, all of this from the month of September and October. So these 2 months, my like all of this document preparation making gaya, and yeah, it was like really exhausting at some point because I thought that it would be easy. What's that? But nahi, SOP में बाप रे, SOP is not easy. Like if you feel that you can just copy paste anybody's ideas and perspectives, it's not, really not. I mean, in my case, I didn't do it. So yeah. So I guess now the main thing was that for each university, like I said, the requirements, each university wanted like your degree for like 60% of above of undergraduation and also your official transcripts. Now the main biggie that came in for me was that I was in my last year of undergraduation and I could not have my degree at that time. So that would result in delaying all the process ahead, but still I would get a conditional offer. So I was like, okay, we'll see आगे का जो भी होना होगा, because I was like really determined to get in. So this was the part 2. So coming to the part 3 of the video, now we have applying for the universities. So yeah, after I got done with all of this preparation of my documents that I needed to provide to the university, I got ready for my application and I started applying in the month of November, I guess, or in the last week of October itself, because that's when the application opens for the next year's fall intake. So I was going the September intake, which is the fall intake. So yeah, the application started by the time of October, November. So I started applying and I had to provide all of this resume, CV, SOP, and my 10th, 11th mark sheets, and also like the mark sheets up till now of my semesters in college. So I provided all of that, my IELTS scores and everything. And now was the waiting time, and the waiting time is so boring, literally. Yeah. So when I started applying for universities, it like they mentioned that it would take around 3 to 4 weeks for them to revert back with their responses. So obviously I would get my results around December or January mostly. So now um, so now coming to the fourth part of the video, which is acceptance and scholarships. So after I applied to all of my universities by the month of November, I was waiting for my responses from the universities to come back, and luckily it did like pretty quick. So I guess from University of Birmingham, Aston University, University of Sheffield and Nottingham, all of these universities reverted with their responses that I got in all of these universities by the month of December. And I was waiting for Manchester also because it was one of my priority universities. But fun thing was I got to know the response in the month of February because of the load of applications that I got waitlisted. तो उसके बाद मैंने देखा ही नहीं, because at that time I had already selected the university I wanted to go to. So obviously I got in one of my priority colleges, which was University of Birmingham. So I did not give it a lot of thought. I chose my university because I love the modules in it. I love the place and everything. So it was easy. Now when I accepted my offer, within a week or so after it, a mail sort of thing came that stating that I can apply for scholarships now. Now this is a very crucial part because I've seen a lot of people who applied late for the scholarships and did not end up receiving one. So I guess it's really important that you apply for it like way beforehand, like as soon as you get it. So yeah, I guess it was the month of December that I applied for the scholarship, and they asked me to write an essay as to why I was a worthy person for this and why I should receive one. So now the thing is that every university provides a load of scholarships for students. So I applied for Indian Subcontinent Scholarship that the Birmingham Business School provides you. So I had like my hopes up for some point, and gut feeling bhi hota hai. So I had that. I waited for my scholarship to come around. So, and it was like the university was very fast to process it actually, because I got my scholarship like within 2 weeks. And you would not believe, like I was so happy that all of my padhaku time and all of this work that I went through, like I did 6 internships in marketing. I did like a lot of short courses. I was like a big nerdy chunky girl, but जितना मतलब मैं सोचती थी कि like when will this outcome be like really fruitful to me, it ended up being this fruitful to me finally in the way of scholarship. So I received like 8262 pounds, which sums up to 8 lakhs or something in Indian rupees. And it is a blessing to receive this big amount of scholarships. Really, really, it's a blessing. So काफ़ी लोड कम हो गया था उसके बाद. So yeah, that was with the scholarship and acceptance thing. And finally, we jump into the second last part, which is accommodation and flights and networking. So the thing is, luckily, very very luckily actually, I found a friend from my counseling agency who was going through the same process, and she was enrolled in the same university as I was. So we became like really good friends आगे जाके. But yeah, it was like a big relief that you have somebody who's going through all of it with you. So obviously we talked about all of our courses and everything and got to know each other and decided that we'd be going for the same accommodation, and all of it आगे का जितना भी साथ में करेंगे. तो I guess it was the month of January now that the accommodation portal opens for you. So luckily उस time पे the accommodation वाला thing had like provided 3 accommodations for the post grad students, and out of like 3 of them में से 2 were shared common places for something, and one was en suite. So we ended up choosing en suites. And yeah, now the good part was that when we started applying, not a lot of people had applied, so we had like the freedom to choose the flat we wanted to, and to know the roommates that we could actually be with for the whole next year. So yeah, we chose that, we went through the process. Then obviously my health is not nice today. Yeah, so the flights obviously hike up a lot when you get to the peak season. So we decided to book it like way pehle. So we booked it around March or April, if I remember it nicely, correctly. Yeah, so we booked our flights in the month of March, April, and yeah, it costed us around 50K, which is not cheap, I know, but it's like directly to Birmingham, so it's nice. Then comes the networking part. So I was not active on Facebook a lot, so I made an account specially for this purpose, to get to know like my course people and the people who are going to the same university. And I ended up getting into a lot of groups. So now if you see my WhatsApp, it would be filled with a lot of groups of UK only. Um, but the funny thing is that I met a set of people that I really liked and I really vibed with them, and they know that I am such a bad texter. I do not text in the groups at all. Like even though मैं कितना भी बोलूँ networking के लिए, I am so bad at it, because like um, I just cannot talk and communicate with people on text. Like it's not like I'm not comfortable doing it. So it's better like if I meet them in person and then thoda time लेके I get to know them, and then उसके बाद I open up. So this thing luckily my friends know, and especially my roommates also know about this. So I'm glad like they understand this. Um, but yeah, like it's really happy and a really like comforting feeling to know that all of them are in the same thought process with you, and everybody is going through the same emotions like you. So it's really nice. So yeah, it's not that hard that I thought it was. So I feel that people do make it easy also. Now for the last part, finally we have documentation and visa. So I'll tell you like as as I said before, I was in the last year of my undergrad, and obviously now when the month comes for May, June, July, so you can start with your visa process by that time. So the thing is, until and unless I got an unconditional offer from the university, I could not apply for my visa. And to get an unconditional offer, I had to get my official transcripts and my degree. So 1 month was like totally wasted waiting for my results from my university. So it was really exhausting for me to go through that because I had like a lot of anxiety in me. And people had already started applying for visa, तो अलग ही pressure आ जाता है अंदर से. But yeah, I feel that like after waiting for so much time, and then at the back end you also have to do like arrange all of your other documents that you need for visa. So it's a whole another thing. Okay, it's a whole another thing. I'll make like a proper video on it for just for the visa process because it's like very 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 long, literally very long. And yeah, so I waited for a month or so to get my results. I finally got it. Meanwhile, I prepared all the other documents. Finally, I applied for my visa, and I applied for like you have options to apply for standard or you have priority. So I applied for priority because I applied it like in the month of July end. So like the application was like a lot going on. There were a lot of applications. So yeah, I applied for priority, and luckily I received my visa within a week, literally a week, and I'm so happy to share. I'll show you the stamp also. Wait, I've got like very clumsy hands, please bear with me. So I'm just gonna hide my face because I look, but I got my visa, and now I can like finally sleep in peace knowing that it's all happening for real. And whew, it's a crazy feeling. It's like a full emotional roller coaster ride. Even though I've lived like alone by myself for 2 years, moving to a whole last new country and starting your life all over, it's not easy. And I can't wait to share everything with you guys ahead. I am so excited for all of it, and I'm gonna make sure that I be consistent enough for this because it's like a really big and new chapter of my life. So I'm really excited. So finally we're at the end of this video, and I hope you guys like really enjoyed the video and you guys actually listened to all of it or maybe some parts of it. But really thankful for it, and let me know in the comments if you want like any more content on this. Obviously I will make another detailed ones later on, but yeah, until then, see you in the next video. Take care, stay safe, and bye.